Damn, this is so cool. This is such amazing feedback. It fires me up. Some of y'all might be asking, what freaking tools are you using to actually talk to customers? Just pick whatever tools. So this is my message to y'all, is just pick a damn tool. They're all the same. Keep it as simple and as lean as possible and move on. Get customers more engaged, especially in this early stage. And I promise you, you will get fantastic feedback. And this is the game changer. Good morning and welcome back to another video. We are in the car because I am running late for a haircut. We need to sneak a quick run in after this haircut. But all in this video, we're gonna start diving into some of the customer feedback I have been provided. And truthfully, kind of how I'm collecting that feedback. I've gotten a lot of questions. Hey, Peacock, how are you validating your SaaS app? How are you collecting customer feedback? How are you contacting them? All of those things so that you can have a productive beta, productive MVP, and truthfully, let them give you the roadmap and design where your app should go. So let's get this haircut on. Let's get a quick run. And my run is gonna be super beautiful, by the way, because there is a lovely trail right along the water. It's the dike or the levee right along the water. And I'm very excited to run there today. It's a crisp 73 degrees outside right now, which is low-key perfect for getting a little bit of a run. And I used to run a lot. I don't run nearly as much anymore. And I'm just trying to get back to a little bit, get a focus on a little fitness. We'll probably pop in an audio book. I'm listening to Traction right now, which is a fantastic book on how to start gaining traction and the channels that you should be leveraging to push people towards your app. So I think that's really important. It was recommended to me from a colleague of mine on Threads. And I think if y'all are building products, you should be looking into this book. So let's go. Quick little 25-minute run. Didn't want to miss the opportunity of running on the water, but let's dive into some of this customer feedback. And I just want to show you and low-key give this person a shout out. I'll keep their name private, but give them a shout out because this type of feedback is just unheard of in my opinion. This is feedback from Eric, and Eric was not a super user when I started this process. And Eric was actually quite quiet, used the app, but didn't respond to many surveys until I started to push some of the MVP updates out and until I started to send out some Loom. And this is incredible, amazing quality feedback that I am so damn appreciative of. Some of the feedback he gave me was some ideas about like, oh, check out this card opportunity that Microsoft uses. Would be really cool to be able to check some boxes to display extra information on the card. And I also found out that this person here, Eric, is using the app on the iPad. I didn't think anybody, or I didn't even know I was producing an iPad version of this app right now. Obviously, I did find out that on Expo by default, if you don't turn it off, it will produce a iPad version out to test flight. But damn, this is so cool. This is such amazing feedback. Even things like the arrow to move it to different statuses was a bit confusing. So in this was on the project card, if you click it, it expands and gives you a bottom row, and it just has an arrow that's left and right to move it between the statuses to do in progress and done. And yeah, he's totally right. Without having that context there and just having the word, in progress with the right arrow is very confusing. So that was amazing feedback that somebody like me who's been looking at it far too much just completely overlooked. And yeah, this makes me super happy. I'm super stoked. He pointed out I don't think you'll be able to see it here, but let's see if I can focus here. Yeah, so right there, that was on iPad. That was just the main button getting cut off because it was getting clipped from styling. So I think this is incredible feedback. Eric, you are an absolute legend. And this is what builds momentum. You can probably see the smile on my face, just be able to print this and look at this. This feedback is so rare. And it's not just like getting feedback that's rare. Like getting feedback is normal, but getting feedback this detailed where they're taking screenshots of other products and saying like, oh, what if we had a feature like this? That shows to me that Eric is truly invested in where this product is headed. And I hope that in turn, this means that Eric's gonna be a wonderful, wonderful customer. And these are the type of people that I personally like to help out whenever this app launches and monetizes. I'm gonna be hooking Eric up with some kind of deal, whether it's, months free, a year free, I don't know yet. But yeah, I'm super happy about this. And one of the other important reasons on why I love getting customer feedback is this is what adds fuel to the fire. You work on the same product for months and months and months. And if you are passionate about it, there are some days where you're still like, I don't want to do that. Like, I don't want to work on that feature. I don't want to do this. I don't want to send customer emails, like all that stuff. Getting feedback like this makes it all worth it and helps you build momentum. So that is, just wanted to share some of the feedback that I'm getting. I'm going to probably hang this up on my wall because, like I said, this is so cool and it fires me up, and it's a really good, like, what does David Goggins say? Cookie in the cookie jar? So this is my cookie in the cookie jar for when the days that suck and I needed a little momentum. Got it right here. All right, so some of y'all might be asking, all right, what freaking tools are you using to actually talk to customers, to send them surveys, to collect results, to validate, to have conversations, all of those things, you know, the CRM, the customer journey that you are going to partake and you're going to go through all steps of your SaaS building. And I'm here to tell you that it's 4 tools. Ready? Google Forms, Google Sheets, MailerLite, and Loom. That's it. The video is over. See you next week. Obviously, I'm just kidding. I'm just being a little facetious here, but seriously, and the reason I'm joking for that is that's seriously it. I spent months and months and months trying to analyze the most perfect tech stack and tools and how I would approach it and how frequently I'd ask them questions, and like all of those things. I tried to come up with a huge strategy, and I wasted all that time. Truthfully, I don't think the tools that you pick here matter literally whatsoever. So what I was doing is I had MailerLite, and the only reason I went to MailerLite is because SendGrid denied me. Pick a damn tool. They're all the freaking same. They all import CSV, export CSV. They all have the same rules, at least here in the United States. I can't necessarily speak if that's the case overseas, but here in the US, they are all the freaking same. I opened a $36 for 6-month PO box right down in the next town over, just because I didn't want to use my house address. And if you don't understand the context there, in the US, when you send mail campaigns of any kind, MailChimp, SendGrid, MailerLite, probably, Resend to, you have to provide an address, and I just didn't want to use my house address. So get yourself a cheap old, PO box. I bought the smallest one, $36 for 6 months. Seems like a pretty good deal just to have anyways. But I say all this is just pick whatever tools. I was using MailerLite and sending a friggin' link to my Google form, and that Google form was backed with Google Sheets. And I just collected emails and asked a handful of questions in my little survey, and it works. I got, 40, 50, almost 60 results on my very first survey that I sent out. The results are trickling a little lower as, time has gone on. I did that months ago now. So it is like, it's something you have to mature and actually keep on top of. And full transparency, I have not been great at that. I kind of went super hard at the beginning, and then I went super hard at writing code and completely forgot about oh, wait, I have a mail list that I really should probably mature and, keep engaged and all those things. So that way people over time keep coming back. And I think that's just something that us devs like to overthink. I think we need to have the perfect tool and the perfect setting and the perfect colors and fonts. Most customers don't care about that. You might have the 1 or 2 customer who's super strongly opinioned about it, but the 99% of them, they don't care if you send an email from MailerLite, Resend, or SendGrid. They probably have never even heard of them. So this is my message to y'all, is just pick a damn tool. They're all the same. Keep it as simple and as lean as possible and move on. Start with MailerLite if you want. Start with Google Forms if you want. Back it with Google Sheets. They're all free, but they work sufficiently well for the part that you're at in your SaaS business, which is very likely really early stage. Eventually, for branding and ease of use and money and all those things, you'll need to finalize and settle into some set of tools. But right out of the gate, oh my goodness, keep it so simple. It doesn't matter what tool you pick. And I think I've gotten a lot of questions about that. Honestly, probably at a weekly basis right now. It's oh, what tools are you using to blast your emails? And it's I don't know, pick one. I'm not even going to tell you. I'm telling you now, but it doesn't matter. It really, truly doesn't matter. And I kind of had to learn that the hard way as I went and did through it myself. And I was oh, wait, I don't know what the hell I was doing for those 3 months when you were trying to decide exactly how it should go and look and flow. And it's it's an email. Just send the email. But we're going to start diving back into the code. And I have one more pro tip for y'all and how I've been increasing my customer journey and getting far more feedback and responses in a very simple thing. Literally, it's going to take you 60 seconds per person that you're trying to use as your initial target audience. And I think it's really cool. But for now, let's get yourself a fun drink and crack on with some code. Let's go. All right, the last pro tip that I have for y'all is recognize that these initial customers are the most important thing for you. Roll out the damn gold carpet for them, not even the red carpet, the gold carpet, and do yourself a favor. It is going to be quick, it'll be free, and just sign up for Loom on the basic trial. Take a 14-day free trial if you have to, and record a video, a 60-second video for every person that gives you any kind of feedback in your survey, and just thank them for giving you your time. I promise you, it is, if you only have 14 people that respond to your survey, 14 minutes of work. Maybe it's 20 minutes to send them a link and all that stuff, but 20 minutes one time, and if you want to do it more, you can, but one time, send them a 60-second video, and I promise you, you will make a customer that will be way more appreciative of your efforts. They will give you way more feedback because you're actually acknowledging the things they've already given you and thanking them. This is how you start building like that face-to-face. Even obviously you're not seeing them, put your face on the damn camera. Get in front of them, give them a 60-second shout out, just thank them and say, you know what, you're really awesome, really appreciate the time and energy that you put into these responses. Here's one thing that you said that I really love. And you can even then further say, I would love to chat more about this particular issue or pick your brain for ideas and see if you can schedule a little one-on-one with them. And if you can do that, in my opinion, the easiest way to get customers more engaged, especially in this early stage. They are giving you feedback that is worth thousands of dollars because you're still trying to flesh out and build a product for somebody who wants to buy it. You should honor that and respect that and truthfully acknowledge it for what it is, and do yourself a favor, get on Loom, get in front of it doesn't have to be beautifully produced or anything like that. You can have ums and ahs and boos and you can have all of that in your video. It doesn't matter. It doesn't need to be polished. Keep it raw, keep it authentic. Use your damn webcam on your laptop. Use your iPad if you have to. Use your phone if you have to. Doesn't matter. 60-second video, Loom. Email them a link to their own personal Loom. And I promise you, you will get fantastic feedback and you will have these customers for a very long time. And these are your most important customers because this is where it all starts. These are the customers that are going to say, you know what, I really like that guy and I really like that product. And they're going to be the ones to recommend it to their friends. And they are giving you the most valuable feedback right now, which is when you're just starting, you're trying to figure it out. You're trying to see what pieces they actually need to help you develop your roadmap so you're not just making shit in the dark. And this is the game changer. I don't think that if I would have set up the precedence of sending Looms out, that I would have got any of that kind of feedback. It is amazing quality, and I highly recommend you do it. But I'm out of time for today, out of time for this week. So with that, I will see you all next week. Peace.